Cool. I got play points. I didn't realize that. 4 days. It's quick. So tundra and wasteland, huh? So if I read up, I'd have to be able to beat a Batterskull somehow. 3, 5. I could cast 2 of my spells in theory. Man, it's like that again. So GTA push. Life is strong. 6. I think that works. Let me see, he's tapped out. So first off, I'm at 7, so I'll go to 1. Red, those 3. Cast, cast, cast. I'm suspecting Canonist. Actually, I showed him creatures. I wonder if I should have. Whoops. Yeah, because Mentor's not very good against Batterskull or True Name. Yeah, Burning Wish is important. What am I doing? I'm pretty cold. Maybe I'm nervous. I haven't done this in a while. What? Yeah, I should probably Storm Kill if I'm planning to bring in Mentor. If that were a Flusterstorm, I don't know. Just thinking about using Surgical. I should have probably got Durez first. Oh, that's pretty good. Duress. Oh, he doesn't want to drive. Okay. Sweet. Yep. Got lucky. Alternatively, if I had an engineered explosives, either of those two would have been fine. Not a pretty hand. Sweet. Thanks. You put Fire Blast on top. So if he flips, He's gonna flip off of that, for sure. If only one of them were a cantrip. No, it still wouldn't do it. Storm is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flip. Put me to 9. It's not fast enough. Storm. It's 2. It's gotta be 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, doesn't do anything. Maybe I was supposed to take that Fire Blast. I don't know. Because now it's gonna kill me. I could Massacre, but that, like, it just does nothing. So I could take, or I could just take all the hits, go to 3, and, like, maybe die from a bolt. No, I'll be at turn 4. Oh, shit! He had Ponder! I mean, I guess he could Ponder into it. Okay, that's fine, I guess. But I guess, like, Fire Blast damage is mitigated because he has so many lands in his hand. So if he decides to draw the Fire Blast, it's like, we're kind of at ground zero. Except I'm down, like, a lot of life. And I just died to a bolt. So I could either Lotus Petal here, or I could use my Ritual. And I think I want to use my Ritual because it plays around days, but I'm also going to play out the Petal. Now that, so I played around Pierce, basically. Whatever's on the top of my deck, I don't know. So, I wonder what he drew. I wonder if he kept Pierce and is about to draw Fire Blast. I'm not sure. He's like basically at like hard cast range, which is hilarious. Not bad. There's nothing really off the top that's like gonna change everything, which is annoying. Yeah, but like I don't see what other option we had. You know, like because if he flips and just Fire Blast, then I'm just dead. I die to his Delvers. But if there's something that I missed, like, please let me know. Great. Haste. Do I die? One spell, one Fire Blast. I'm dead. Unless he just didn't keep the Fire Blast. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was a good out, is the problem. If you could play one more spell, I'm dead. Mm-hmm. I'm F6, homie. Let's see if he pays for it. So the thing is, he doesn't know I'm on Doomsday. So, like, but, like, with the cards he saw, he's probably bringing in other things. So we probably want this, cut the diamonds, cut that. Rain of Filth is fine. Cool. I think I just cut a preordain here. So, like, I can mitigate his pressure, basically. And then just use these 7 cards to, like, finish him off. It's kind of the game plan. I don't know how good Dark Ritual is. I think it's important. It gets me to Warrens, it gets me an early mentor. All of that. So yeah, like 4 discard hand against like the burn deck that just like dumped its hand. Wasn't gonna get there. But I think like that shot, I just like trying to stay alive was fine. Interesting that he had days, which meant that like I didn't like the pedal played around the pierce, but anyway. I can't really complain here. We do want to play around Price of Progress. He did have the days. Which is fine, I guess. If we draw a ritual, we're in. Then we just take his bolt, hopefully. I guess I just didn't write down his turn. Those are all fine. I really want to land, is the thing. I think we could keep its Preordained Brainstorm Probe. That way we could just brainstorm into some stuff. He hasn't put any pressure on us. He's got 2 burn spells. He chose not to ponder this turn. I think we keep this. Like, resolving the mentors has become so much more important because he's playing no threats. Even if he plays like Storm Chaser, I think it's fine. Ponder down. This is awful clicking up here. I don't know what it is. It's still happening. So we want to play around Pierce here. Oh, what? Dude, thanks, Mark. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. Oops. Anyway, I think the plan here was to brainstorm. And that's why I played the pedal, is to play around the Pierce. So Burning Wish is like fine to have. So I think we want to forego. Wait, it's tricky. He's gonna have Bolt open. So I mean, he hasn't really done anything, so we're just gonna wait patiently, make our land drop. Plus we have the probe, so everything is relatively okay. Oh yeah, for sure, man. That's just again, thanks. That's just really awesome. Okay. Fortunately, he still has Bolt up. I'm not sure if we go ahead and probe here. I think we do want that Burning Wish. Okay, hold on. Brainstorm, Daze, Cluster Storm, Fire, Blast, Bolt, Ponder, Price. I think we just run him out. He has to Bolt here. And if so, I'll just take his Brainstorm the next turn. Yo, he's gonna let me do that? I'll get to that in a bit. I just need to make sure I don't lose. I'm really surprised he didn't bolt Mentor. Because now I got a free dude out of that. So he's dazed, returning Volk. Which means I could pay with the pedal. Now I get to preordain. That's true. I was wondering if it was worth doing. I guess it's fine. Because if he goes ahead and bolts here... I mean, okay, basically the question is there value in taking his card, or is there more value in preordaining? So, if I pay, and he bolts, then I get his Brainstorm, which is pretty awesome. I've already played land this turn. So I think we want to get value out of this pedal and just, like, pay it. Because he can't Brainstorm and bolt, basically. Jesus, I'm running low on time. No. That's so good. Yeah, I really don't know why I didn't bolt. I'm super confused. Fluster. He's got 2 Flusterstorms. There it is. Alright. That plays confusing as heck. $13. Price takes 4. Fire Blast takes 4. I took Fire Blast because price is symmetrical, and he can't afford to lose any life. He can't even attack this turn. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. Now he can't Flusterstorm. I'm just gonna Burning Wish and Tendrils him, kill him with my monks. So taking Fire Blast was good. Unless if he has Force of Will. In which case, it doesn't matter, because he goes to 9, and then the monks kill him. So we have this game. Alright. One more. So he's probably gonna keep in, like, bolts. I mean, I don't think he can afford to change the sideboard. Yo, Tagoras was hating on Mentor real hard. It was really interesting. I mean, like each experience is valid, but at the same time, like it was a really small sample size, and so like I feel like there's just value in sticking to it. You can't just like say that it didn't work once or 5 times and then just dismiss it. Because for me, it's worked plenty of times. Like the angles that they like try to attack you, like Mentor just kind of gets around it. It's pretty sweet. So anyway, my normal piles. Oh, now that top is no longer a thing, it's really like I find it hard to describe normal piles. Generally, you want a cantrip or 2. The more cantrips that you could afford to play, like the cheaper the pile is actually, because then you don't need diamonds and stuff. And so like when you're piling, having like a malleable like mix of like cantrips and LEDs, it makes it pretty flexible. But in general, like if we're just gonna like break it down, like Dark Ritual Doomsday, you have to have an LED of some kind. I mean, this is just one line, mind you. It's not like you need an LED every single time, and so I don't want that to like confuse people. This is just like a common one. Dark Ritual Doomsday, LED, and then some kind of cantrip. You sack it for red, so you get into Act on Impulse. Act gets you LED, LED, Burning Wish, and since those are exiled, when you crack your LEDs, you don't lose your card. So that's 6 mana, Burning Wish, Tendrils. That's typically your pile. Earlier this league, I did, I had that set up. It was Act on Impulse, LED, Probe, Lab Maniac, because some reason I wanted to show him the Maniac, and it wasn't like the best idea. This hand isn't great. That's not good. Okay. I kind of want to just play Land Pass. I don't think preordaning here has like great value. I think we're probably using this Burning Wish. We should be, to be honest, I really think we should be playing Pyroclasm. But having 2 Burning Wishes is actually kind of a liability right now. So I'm trying to figure out what the best thing to do is. If we probe, it's not great. This might have been a ship. Just having 2 Burning Wishes is really bad, but he's not a black deck, which helps him marginally. Great. Brainstorm of all things. Yeah, a clock at 10 minutes is like, I'll try to like cut down on the chatting. I think it was because game 1 I decided to play it out as opposed to just scooping. But I think that's fine. Now as an instance, I kind of miss like voice snare type effects. But we are packing 2 engineered explosives into Jesus. I think we just hold that. We have 2 probes, may as well. Yeah, I mean, I think I find chatter valuable, but more in like a retrospective kind of way. It's really hard to like keep a stream of thought and play well. He's a brainstorm, I know that. Sure. I guess I knew that card anyway. I really need some water, that's what. Shoot. I should have probably got it when I was sideboarding. Now he's tapped out. He can't even hide anything. Jeez. So I am getting to draw a card. If he circles a probe here, that might be a little annoying. Let's see. If we aggressively probe into something else, say like an LED, we might be able to go to Warrens, but I go to 13, which is like insanely low. It's very possible we just like I think we want to play around Price of Progress. But for now, I think it's okay. I'm just going to preordain. Therapy's fine. He does have days. Therapy is probably great with the Warrens line if I do opt for that. So I think I'm going to put this on the bottom. So he's probably playing Storm Chaser land. He's going to have Extraction and Probe out. I don't think I actually want this therapy. He doesn't have a lot of inner... I mean, he does have cards on top, so he can like get them both on the next turn because he has Probe. So really, we're looking at maybe 2 Flusterstorms, or is he tapping out for Storm Chaser Mage? I'm not sure. This might actually just be like a regular Doomsday Pile if I could get it in time. Alternatively, I could force him to use the days, which I think I'm gonna go for. Because I have the duress for the following turn anyway. I want to make sure I like optimize my mana usage. And if he tucks either Flusterstorm or something like a Spell Pierce, he can't Storm Chaser Mage and cast that other thing if he chooses to daze here. If not, I just get Rooted Pressure. So I think it's fine to do right now. That's okay. Okay, so daze is out. So now he's on 2 lands, getting hit to 10, which is pretty ugly. So if he probes, he actually goes to 16, which makes Storm count like relatively achievable. If he taps out here, he'd probably do a Force of Will or another Daze. Okay, there it is. He can, in theory, Surgical and take Probe as like a duress, but again, that's one less card. Ooh, what? This is probably game over. Three, four, five, six. Yeah. So I probed already. Spicy indeed. I don't think I'm beating this. Was I supposed to cast it there? Maybe. No, there's no way. I gotta... I can't even fetch with Delta anymore. Nail biter. That actually nullifies like probe as well. So he may as well. He doesn't even need a surgical. Also, if he has force of will, it's over. So you go to 5, cast that. Maybe I was supposed to mini tendrils. Who knows? Let's see here. It's 6 coming in. I don't understand why you didn't extract. No, that's it. Ooh. Knowing I was probably dead, I think it was probably better value to like. I'm not talking like in game, but like for the future kind of thing. Like I think it might have been better just to probe him, just to see what kind of stuff, what other kind of stuff he's packing. So we're 1-1 right now. Pretty good on die rolls so far. This is definitely like a turn 1 ponder kind of hand. I'm sure that like I kind of want to get around to like writing some sort of like actual primer, so I could like describe my thoughts. Not to say, I mean, it's not to say that they're correct, and I think that's why I'm writing it. I would be writing it, rather. I don't want any of these, any order. I do want that land, which is unfortunate. Any order, shuffle, I think. It's actually gonna fetch for a Savannah. It's gonna be elves. That's just wishful thinking. Now this here is a kill. Scary. Though if it's check pile or something similar, we just need him not to cast Leovold. Okay, that's actually fine. That's actually pretty alright. So, I guess we're just gonna rid up. So I guess I'm gonna try to demonstrate a double doomsday pile, or not a double doomsday pile, rather, okay, we're in. So basically, with Dark Ritual Doomsday Brainstorm and the ability to cast one and a business spell, like, there's a lot that you could do. So basically, we want to take his Brainstorm here, just because we don't want any more shenanigans. The next castable spell is Lightning Bolt, so I think we're just gonna... We have enough mana to do everything that we want, so we're just gonna take the Brainstorm here. Take the Lightning Bolt. Ritual up again. So this was pretty, like, important, especially in the past, but before you actually Doomsday, assuming there's no such, like, graveyard shenanigans, you always want to crack your petals first. It puts it in the graveyard so you can shuffle back in, just on the off chance that you need more petals to run with. So, I'm just gonna crack for blue right now, and then go into it. So now that we have one business spell, basically all we need to do is draw into Act on Impulse and then probe into it. And so from there, we could have 3 cards that we want, which would be LED, Burning Wish. And so basically this diamond in my hand is paying for that Act on Impulse. The other 2 diamonds that I'm playing would be paying for Burning Wish and Tendrils. And so I want to brainstorm into Act, LED Probe. I'm going to tuck... I'm going to put back the Act and then probe into it. So hopefully I don't mess this up. So Burning Wish on the bottom. So this is another demonstration of, like, I'll try to explain it afterwards. Interesting how, like, maybe if he would have held up Colligan's command, things would have been different. So we could actually brainstorm without holding priority. So we're just going to put those 2 back. So we're going to probe into it. Make red. So here's the 6 mana to cast Burning Wish. We want to get the kill spell. Now if he does, like, Leovold shenanigans, this matchup is, like, alright because of how, like, grindy they end up being. And so we just kind of want to outgrind them. Mentor is, like, a lot of value. So we're just kind of cut that. We're like, anytime the mentor plan comes in, like casting a triple black spell is actually really hard. So we're just gonna cut that. We don't really want, like, act on impulse. I've started to like cut. Okay, okay. This package usually comes out because it's more volatile. It's more of like a game one strategy. I'm gonna get some water after this, but the reason why I keep some diamonds in is because that's alright for like, in this match especially, it's alright for like the Empty the Warrens plan. Because I mean, I guess they're bringing in Flusterstorm, so on the off chance they kept a counterspell hand, then you could just kind of like rush into and make goblins and not worry about the evolved or any of that nonsense. The permanent based hate, I honestly don't feel too great about it, but sometimes like he has the ability to clog up the board, and like having something to like get rid of that might be okay. Let me get some water. I'm gonna like revisit like my thoughts on this. I don't honestly know if like EE or truth are like EET. EEET. Shoot. Okay, I still have a minute. Still have a minute. We don't want Leovold. Also, I think Echoing Truth is more flexible, especially for packing. Let's see here. I think we want to cut an Act. Although Act kind of acts as like a value spell. It's not great, but maybe we'll just do this. Forgo the engineered explosives. I can't really think of, like, to be honest, it can mitigate some damage, which is like valuable. Okay, there it is. 60 cards. I do have my white source. I think we're good to go. Ended up 2-3 at a local event. Seeing Empty the Warrens way less than I do. I'm gonna try that direction next time. To be honest, like, I don't know. What? I guess I didn't submit. Bitch. That's stupid. I thought I clicked submit. That's annoying. Well, here's the no sideboard mind game, I guess. Jesus. Oh well. That's really annoying. It's fine. Hey, what's up? Pemmin? Sure. Come at me. So this hand's great now that he's led Thoughtseize, because there's a lot of redundancy. Now basically his... Oh. Interesting. These are one of those moments I kind of wish I like still ran a Badlands. That way I could just go like Delta, Petal, and still be able to cast a Burning Wish. I think we're just gonna play Delta here. If we Force of Wills, did I? Oh, did I take out Maniac? Of course I like kept it in. Nothing was sideboarded. Okay, so I'm holding this Ponder because I don't know what I'm drawing into. If I draw like a discard spell or something, this Ponder becomes like a combo kind of turn. This, like, I think the worst thing I could possibly see is like a Hymn to Torak. Like, even if he draws Baleful Strikes, that's fine. It's like a, like, attacks for 1, I guess. Pretty annoyed that my sideboard plan didn't come through. This would be a mentor right now. If he was like holding a Flusterstorm or some nonsense, it'd be pretty strong. Chooses to shuffle. That's strong too. Now the beauty about Act on Impulse is that it's completely unaffected by Leovold. So I think now that we've drawn our second cantrip, we're just gonna go ahead and preordain. I think both these cards are fine. If we see a Leovold, then we'll just fetch. Oh, I played land. I'm not paying attention. Oh, great. Missed his land drop. Maybe drawn into it. If this is a Deathrite Shaman, that's fine by me. Creatures at this speed is like... Now the thing I have to worry about is Leovold coming out, so... Step... So I probably... It is probably in my best interest to fire off these cantrips now. And look for... Oh, I messed up there. I should have pondered. I'm gonna ponder here just in case I see the Leovold, and then have everything take care of the rest. I think it's interesting that he didn't... Yeah, like, he's probably holding Leovold, so... Because he fetched Bayou and... not a red source. So he's probably not packing Culligan's Command, but I'm pondering first just so I could see, like, a Taxian Probe. The reason why I'm not so, like, hard-pressed on finding black lands is because... So to be honest, I could just fire off this Preordain, and then have Therapy worry about Force of Will. But he's up to 4 mana, he might have, like, a Flusterstorm, but I think by the way he's playing, he doesn't have one in hand. That Dark Ritual is definitely pretty spicy. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think I have to do this with the... Oh, should have taken the land first. Pass the turn piles. Yes, I'll discuss that. Too bad he actually has the Force. This is probably fine. It's not great. Now that, like, he has the Force and not the Leovold, I'm actually more concerned about... Okay, so he drew the Ponder. So even if I draw the land, that is still not enough mana for me to go into Empty the Warrens. Alternatively, I could just Burning Wish for it, meaning I get another turn. But we will see. And he's gonna Thoughtseize. So that was a pretty brutal sequence. Had I taken his... If I chose correctly, we just... Like, I don't know. No point in going there, I guess. Now another facet of this matchup that I think I want to address, like the pressure is really slow, but it kind of like creeps up on you. Like all of a sudden he has 3 power in the form of attacking. He's a Death Ray Shaman active. It still gives me like 3-ish turns, but the fact that he's at 15 is pretty juicy. God, just ponders for days. Chooses not to shuffle. If he draws another like Thoughtseize or something, it's a really bad luck. Revolt or something of that nature. So that preordain is no good. The Mentor against his board state's probably pretty sweet. Yeah, discard spell and we're in. Even if it's a Maniac, we're probably fine. Although he can now upkeep Kolaghan's Command, which is pretty ugly. It still adds to Storm. He's gonna cast this. Oh, okay. Funny enough, I honestly think Maniacs are out. Wow. Having that, like, wrong therapy was just insane. Well, that was annoying. Oh, I don't know. I guess it just comes from messing up over and over and over again. Probe myself? I don't see how that's, like, better, per se. Like, if I probe him, he draws, and, like, he draws into, like, a piece of sideboard tech that I haven't seen yet. I think that's just all value. I wasn't drawing a card, no matter what was happening. Okay, I should submit. I should think about it first, and then submit. We want this therapy. Take it at duress, because we have mentor, so there it is. I do want to play first. Having a land drop with on the mentor plan is pretty sweet. There's an argument to duressing here, but then we lose our red source for Burning Wish. I think that's a late game card anyway, so I think we go ahead and keep this hand. We're duressing because, like, just on the off chance he has, like, Thoughtseize or something, I think it's, like, reasonable to fire this out pretty early. Because as soon as he fires, like, a Thoughtseize, he takes Burning Wish. Which might be fine, which means the duress can hit something else. But on the off chance that he, like, just picks Brainstorm, we're actually far worse off. So we want Underground Sea. I don't think this deck plays Wasteland. Target our only opponent. So, interesting decisions here. Jace is actually a killer. Because the games go so long, it's actually relevant. We can just take Brainstorm and stunt his growth, but again, we've been punished for taking the wrong spell. But seeing as he's short and getting second land gets him Strix, which gets him, like, further on in the game, I think Brainstorm's the pick here. Unless, like, the only other play that would have been, like, better to take the Force of Will is if I knew I had a top deck mentor, and that is not the case. I just want this clicking over, it's so weird. We're in no hurry. Like, shit doesn't get real until, like, turn 3, when, like, he has, like, the potential access to Leopold. So we're just gonna go, ooh. Interesting. Again, we're in no hurry. Just play your land, say go. We want, like, max value on this Brainstorm. Okay, there's a land. And he's going for the Strix. Two Colligan's Command, which is pretty bad. And he did draw a third land, which is, like, impressive. which means he has access to Snapcaster. I think we want to brainstorm first here, see what it yields. That's interesting. This is kind of tricky. If I ritual here, I get 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Storm is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The third land is coming down. Interesting to think, again, maybe taking Forcible was just correct. How many rituals do we need? So if we double writ here, okay, if we writ and he forces, that's actually pretty good. What do we tuck? Mind you, he is surgical, so also, if I don't want to get Cabal Therapy right now, because if I do, he could force it and the surgical Burning Wish, which would take like a lot of his cards. See, the interesting thing about Moto is that when you surgical, in this instance, you don't actually get to see what you tucked due to the UI. Interesting. I guess I was supposed to keep that one. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. That I'm not sure. That's fine. Storm's 1. Oh, he also has a Snapcaster Mage, which is pretty strong. So I do have to watch out for that surgical extraction. It's got kind of annoying. Oh, he's probably looking at my mentors right now. I agree. So glad I didn't, like... Do I fetch it? No, I don't think I fetch. Pretty strong. If only I had another, like, cantrip in my hand. Maybe I should have waited a turn? I probably should have waited a turn. That way I can have both Burning Wishes in hand. Yeah, I should have waited. I would have been at the mercy of, like, a top deck or a Colligan's Command. This is interesting because he could actually command here. I should have waited a turn. I don't know. I did that because if he Colligan's command, so if I Dark Ritual, he could Colligan's command me in response, and I'll have to discard the Wish. So that's why I'm leading with Wish. I have enough mana. So I've kind of locked him in the position where if he Snapcaster Brainstorms, yeah. So his only out is basically Force of Will. He can draw Flusterstorm. Which also means I don't want to Dark Ritual anyway. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Yeah, if he commands now, I guess that means he can't go into like Snapcaster Brainstorm, which was his last out. So it was between the two, and I guess the gamble was just on that Brainstorm. Let me see what he had. So if he okay, this was gone. Yeah, I mean he had the Jason hand still, so like if he drew one, he could still pitch. This is the first die roll I lost. Gross. Serviceable. If it's a land, I want it. If it's not. Oh, this is. What? What is with Esper Delver? I just don't understand that deck. Gross. He's thinking about dazing. Yeah. Alright. This is great because I can massacre him. Like, using the card. No. Stop. Okay, we just need any land. I hope that it gets there. You know, he has a Brainstorm. Sure. Tight. I think we have to play patiently. Yeah, it's tough. Like the whole nature of the deck has just changed. Whoa, what is this? In theory, I could just like try to massacre here. Shuffle my library, yes. I think we're gonna go ahead and start digging for unless if he drew Wasteland, which would have been pretty good. I don't think we want any of these unless we draw a Dark Ritual. Okay. So basically, yeah, he just like desperately wanted to ponder to get me off of that land. Which is interesting. If he drops a Stoneforge, I'll be super stoked. If it's a Canonist, that's a different issue. But like, oh my god, like if it's a Stoneforge. If it's a main deck Canonist, that'd be pretty whack. Possible. Oh my god. Shit. He didn't. Stoneforge Mystic. I'm so mad. Now he gets to cast Angler? That's yuck. That's what Delver decks get when they play Tundra. What the heck? I'm not saying I'm in a good position by any by any means, but jeez. Stoneforge. And that in itself is lethal. Being stuck on lands is rough. If I draw a Dark Ritual, the game's over. One time. Just give me a dark ritual. Woo! I hope that last card is not a daze. Oh, he F6'd. Oh. Oh. Be still, my heart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, exact. Exact. That is just, wow. Okay, I just gotta hope he doesn't have a daze. Red. That's 9 spells. He's at 18. Oh my god. Jesus. What round is it? Let's see, I'm 2-1 here. Oh, I took off an unlock. Whew. That, I was incredibly lucky. Actually, it's been relevant. I uploaded a few videos onto YouTube like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. Kind of lost track of time, but I actually had to buy Force an Ant player, and I destroyed 2 of his Chrome Boxes and his LED. Had it been like a meltdown, it would have like gotten rid of my diamonds, which I don't know how like worth it is. But like in the face of say like Trinisphere and Chalice, if you like meltdown for 2, that gets both of them. Whereas if you like meltdown for 3, that's another mana. Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant to like add annotations as to like when each match started, but like I guess I've been streaming less than like before GP Vegas because I just have to do other life things. So I mean, I had my day off today. Thought I'd just jump on and kind of play again. But yeah, it happened like once. But like most of the reason is because it's better in Trinisphere situations. It's a little more awkward with Sphere. To take another mulligan. Serviceable. I need a cantrip basically. Brainstorm's my best draw. Even Mentor is just like super finicky. Keep, I think. Keep and Scry. Put it to the bottom. Yeah, any sort of encouragement from you guys helps. Oh, was this my round 1 opponent? Very possible. Oh, it won't tell me. Oh, great. Oh, which mean it might mean he knows that I have mentors. but I'm not gonna stress it. Alright, well now that we have therapy, I think there is value in duressing here. Unless if he has days, you know what I mean? Cool. Good to hear, man. It's a rough life, but maybe we play pedal here first. See if he does something weird. Also, that enables like a therapy if I need to. Oh, that's cool. I played around a lot of stuff. I honestly don't know what the pick is. I think it's Force of Will. We don't care about Flusterstorm because we are on the Mentor plan. So actually, the next turn Mentor would be fantastic. We'll take the Force of Will and let him do what he does. I mean, the great thing is that he doesn't have a threat. Like, I could totally just, like, therapy away his sword. Force of Will is gone. He has 5 cards. One I don't know because he drew it this turn. That's actually great. 3, 5. I'm a mana short from going Warrens here. Additionally, I could just Massacre. Force him to use the Wasteland, and then he has a Sword of Fire and Ice in his hand. I don't think Massacre has, like, terrible value here. Any threat means you lose. Also, like, the fact that he didn't... Also... If I just don't do anything, I'll have 3. I'll still get dazed out if he does something. So, this is tricky. I'm just gonna play Land and Pass. Because if he opts to put the sword on, I get to do other things, basically. And the fact that he missed a land drop, even better. Okay. Tricky. Took out Maniac. This would have been a great Maniac pile. Can I outrace Aldous? It basically is the question. I've got access to 6, 9 mana. Alternatively, if I Dark Ritual, he Flusterstorms, I pay. Three, 4. So I could lead with Ritual. and see what happens. He'll be on a 4-turn clock. I will be on a 2-turn clock. So let's ritual up. Yeah, let's not fetch because I don't want him to know like what we're trying to do. Flusterstorm is gone. He did keep in plows, so I think this was my opponent from before. STP, Daze, Ponder, Delver. So he'll have 5 cards, yes. Oh, he's looking so greedy. He's looking for land. If he misses, he doesn't get an equip. There it is. He strikes first. Oh! What's happening? I guess he does have a ton of 1/2s. Oh shit. What? I should have done something. There's no reason for me not to play that land. Also, I don't know why he didn't like... Okay, he didn't get Tundra because... Ooh. Maybe I wasn't supposed to therapy that time. Yeah. Because then he would have, yeah, he would have been at lower life. Okay, this is bad. An engineered explosives on 3 would be tight. Well, there it is. Shit! God damn it. Oh, okay. Dead. I'll make him do it, I guess. Yeah. Well, he had days anyway. Oh man. I wasn't supposed to attack because if I do all those, wow, that's like that was my out too. I wasn't supposed to attack. That way I could block the Stoneforge Mystic. I would be at 1. And I'd be at the mercy of whatever's in his hand. Unfortunate, but I made a mistake, so I deserve it. Okay. I shouldn't have attacked. I was thinking I could have just done that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, actually. Would you like to play first? Yes. I'm not sure, actually. It's a good question. It's distracting me. He did mulligan. Fails to find. I messed that up so hard. I shouldn't have fetched. Now I can't Burning Wish. Fucked that up so hard. Did I? Need 6. 1, 2. Or I could just put Doomsday on top. I have played a land this turn. I could just massacre. Hmm. Cool. What's this? Ooh. Jeez. Alright. was a really good draw. Whew. Doing all right. Yep. Yeah, therapy was a solid draw. I think I would have named Deathrite Shaman. Because if he somehow like sandbags him and things happen. But the cool part with that was Cabal Therapy counted for 2 spells, which was the kicker. He was forced to block the Mentor, he would have taken 4. His only out would have been like, you know, nothing, really. Because he would fetch and he would die. There's nothing that you could cast with 2 Cs that could stop. Oh, Marsh Casualties. So in that instance, was it actually safer to attack with just the Mentors, put him down to 4, and then swing on the Crackback the next turn? Because then you would have 5 tokens. I don't know. I think regardless, it was like an advantageous situation. I played super sloppily as far as the burning wishes went, because then I wasted a ponder on having to find another red source, and that wasn't fun. But it would seem to have worked out. Interesting how, like, had that angler been any other threat, like engineered explosives would have been able to take care of it. The worst possible threat was actually True Name Nemesis. Solid hand. It sucks that I'm on the draw, but I think he's an Ant player. Pink Frosting. I'm not too sure. So aggressively duressing is fine. If I draw Lotus Petal, I'm playing it down. Guess not. Well, here we go. This is where Bifrost shines, if we ever draw it. Yeah, definitely not Ant. Well, he gave us a mountain, which is sweet. I think one blue spells. That's fine. Mountain. I want to see what he's winning with, you know? Imprinting nothing. Just wants to play a spell? Interesting. Now, here comes a question. Do I, like, throw out the diamond and have him prepare for Storm? I don't know why he's playing those. Those don't make mana. I guess I should have discarded the Duress. But that's like a tell that I'm on Ant. Alright, it's go time. Huh. Alright. Oh, he's gonna confluence my diamond, which is gonna suck. Yeah. Boo. I was too afraid. Now it's gonna cost me. Maniac block's pretty good. Alright. In that case, I'm glad I played it out. Decent. It's funny how that's always like the game plan. Side out a ton of stuff. That's fine. Sure. Now, Blood Moon would be particularly tricky. Okay. That's really not cool. Alright, hey, thanks for dropping by, man. Cool. Why does he do that? You do? Oh, that's right. Okay. Transfer is just weird. Fiery Confluence would be so good. Alright. Act is on the board. And I took out my Doomsday, so I will just say go. Oh, Chalice on one. It's really annoying. Okay. Wow. Hey, Woody, look at that. These draws have been pretty good. Oh, I can only do it for 2. Alright, I think he's got it. Confluence is such a good top deck. God. Tricky. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna call it. Did alright. You know, we did alright. Pretty happy with that. So, let's see. Who else is here? Anyway, for those tuning in, thanks for watching.